All right, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a wonderful post-Christmas day. Hope you guys are all hanging out and playing your games or doing the stuff with your family still, or whatever you got for Christmas. I hope it was exactly what you wanted. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. Got a game coming up here, and it's gonna be my first time kind of editing multiple games together. So this is a game right away featuring one of my moderators on the channel, someone who streams with me every now and then, and someone who plays the games with me. You guys might know him. It's Mr. Dab. The reason why this game is being featured is Dab's going to have a fantastic game here, and I'm also in this game with San Juan and another streamer, Mr. iSaint. Um, Dab and I are both going to have ease in this game, and we're both going to do some work here and kind of try to help our team out. So this is going to be, again, this is going to be like my first kind of, no pun intended, dab into to editing videos and stuff like this. So I did kind of put both videos together so you can get a mashup of Dab's view and perspective of the game, as well as mine, being that we're spawned on opposite sides of the map here. So we're going to start off with Dab here because Dab gets kicking off and putting in some work here a little bit more quickly than I am. He is in the Des Moines, and pretty much off the rip here for the next few minutes, Dab's going to be shooting nonstop. He's going over to this island here. By the way, this is arms race as well. Going over this island to utilize the Des Moines opportunity for radar if a DD might be going there trying to pick up that buck. Dab's radar can, do work there on it, as well as he can stay somewhat in cover, kind of having a look around in the boats as to what's around us here, and just taking a general look right off the bat. And Dab does some things kind of too with holding down his mouse that if you guys are unaware of, holding down your right mouse so you can kind of free look, still hold your target on lock as well as look around. He's going to do that and utilize that here very well here in a little bit. So right away, going to a fairly solid position here for most radar cruisers, especially in arms race, and utilizing this little cover of this island and cove, seeing if you can see anything in front of him, as well as maintaining this position as a threat for radar for potential enemy destroyers coming towards him. And very, very strong spot. The enemy Hawaii has been spotted, and suddenly a wild Valparaiso just appears here. Dab's going to start opening up into the Valpar habit here. This is what I mean. Dab's, from this point out, for the next few minutes, Dab's not going to stop shooting. And this Valpar going, I'm not sure going to that position in the Valpar, unless you're like Div or something, is the best spot. I mean, unless this Valpar is going to push that, this is a free farm for Dab right now, and he's literally, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to free farm this. Now that he's spotted as well, the enemy team knows he's there, so Dab is going to be able to utilize his radar and radar the enemy DD as well as the enemy NAP that is there. He's not going to pull out there because he does have his DD, a cruiser, and our Lepanto there that can put some work into the NAP and the Christopher there. If you look there, Dab is free looking, so he can see how close the Christopher is in Napoli. It's not a wise choice for Dab to go out in front of the Christopher and the Napoli, so he's going to continue to hold that free look button down, just making sure that he's kind of out of the Christopher's way while still maintaining rounds at the Valpar. Very, very clutch. If you guys weren't aware that you can do that in the game, Dab is illustrating that here fantastically, and definitely this poor Valpar is just free meat, and Dab being in a Des Moines, the auto reloading 203s on the Des Moines, just putting in work here on this poor man. And again, honestly, if you're in a Valpar and you get that spawn, it's probably more ideal to push the outer side of that flank as opposed to just sitting on that island. That's really not conducive for him to do anything there. He's honestly just getting farmed for free. He can make the secondaries work, and because he's never going to spot Dab. Furthermore, the black's there that's going to be able to spot him the entire time. So he's never going to go dark. This is 100% an A3 farm for Dab. Dab's already at 64k right now, and has taken little to no damage from this Valpar, just minus slight secondary damage at the beginning of the game. And Valpar is a very, very dangerous ship, so it's definitely wise for Dab to try to work on that and get that out now. And that's exactly what he's going to do here. So Dab gets out the Valpar, and kind of looking still, there is a Napoli directly in front of him. Dab is radared as well right now. Could be from that Hawaii. It is a radar indication there. So not sure exactly what's doing that to him, whatever, but hey, there's the Hawaii that's a little bit out of his range. There is also an enemy Alaska there, so I'm venturing to guess that the Alaska is radaring Dab, or was radaring Dab. Dab kind of strategically beaches there, doesn't want to eat too much damage from the Alaska right now. He doesn't have to, especially with the Napoli there, and the Hawaii there, and as well the Christopher is also there right now, maintaining that he can get work done from a safe position here. And he's switching to AP here now for the Alaska, and is going to be shooting into the broadside of that Alaska. Oh yeah. And then Napoli is continuing to get farmed out by the battleship and the cruiser that are on the other side of Dab to his right. And Dab's radar is keeping that locked on. Dab's staying bow on towards this Alaska. Alaska is coming around the corner like an absolute wild man there. If you look on the other side of the map too, Isane and my div mate San Juan have pushed down, and they're getting pressure on that, as well as I'm kind of trying my best through there. Y is also spotted. Dab is now shooting the Alaska and switching to AP. Des Moines AP is legendary and known for punishing broadsides here, and that's exactly what Dab's going to do. And we are just witnessing this Alaska get farmed down here. So yeah, that is going to be a dead Alaska here fairly soon. There's the Alaska. So well played to Dab, holding down that corner and entering that corner. 300k spotting, and or 300k tanked and 30k spotting as well already. Gonna switch over here to the opposite side of the map. You're gonna see my div over here, myself, Isane over there in the Daring, and San Juan in the Schlieffen. He was this was on my stream a few nights ago, and San Juan, Isane, and I are kind of in a goofy mood, so hence why San Juan's in a Schlieffen. And yet alone so close to me here. He was intentionally trying to ram me there, just being silly for the stream. And I'm kind of giving him crap in the stream. So Prince Adalbert and Preußen are spotted right now, and I'm gonna kind of just chill here. Isane's the one spotting them for our Yodo. I'm gonna try to pick up this cap. San Juan, despite us playing goofy, he is shooting that Daring. I see a wild Carl Johan appear here, and I'm then going to shoot at that Carl Johan. So shooting the Carl Johan, get the buff there, kind of angling a little bit here. San Juan's going to continue down with Isane and the Yodo. I'm looking to, since it is arms race and the middle is going to eventually be contested, I'm looking to try to make a crossfire here with my Ragon, as well as still kind of try to keep some pressure, or at least the presence near the middle of the cap, so it just doesn't get overrun. And that's what I'm going to do, continuing to pepper that Johan. Saint Juan and the Yodo pushing down that opposite flank. If you look right about now on the mini-map, you can see this is about the time that Dab was farming out that Valparaiso, if you want some sort of reference there. as to what we just saw. DD spotted there as well. So iSaint's going to be working on that Velos as well as the Yodo and the in San Juan secondaries there. You can see kind of the work and putting it on him. I don't have shots, but I do have shots on this Carl Johan, and it would be nice to get him out. The Burgon's AP here into Carl Johan is pretty dirty. I'll see that in a second. It's somewhat reliable to Citadel or just absolutely smash Carl Johan here with the Burgon's reload. And either this person didn't know I had a reload boost on the Burgon, or he just severely underestimated the Burgon's AP because just not that many people shoot AP in the Burgon. So that's already half of the Carl Johan dead. I'm going to pick up some more Citadels here with my rear guns and forward penetrations total. So within the course of what, 13 seconds, that's a 3/4 HP. Carl Johan, I get another 10k into him. iSaint finishes off the daring. That Preußen's still down there. And our Montana picks up the kill on the Carl Johan then. I'm kind of cut it out there. Worried about the Carl Johan speeds, and I wasn't sure how quickly they were going to be able to kill that daring. And I'm then going to push around there are the Johan Peds moving so I can try to avoid them. Prince Adalbert's going to be kind of a bit of a nuisance, especially with iSaint pushing in the manner that he is. Kind of have a look around here on the map, see what's going on. I do want to help out my div mates though. I'm looking at the Preußen. Again, respectful of the Preußen's guns. They are large, they can do work, especially into my div mate there in a Schlieflin, or yet alone a Yodo if he gets a random Pede. Mecklenburg's also in the middle here. So I'm kind of worried about the Mecklenburg. However, he's not posing too much of an initial threat here to me. Honestly, what I'm more concerned with here at this moment is the Prince Adalbert and his secondaries and what he can do to my div mate and the DD. So a little bit more worried about that. We're holding my shots, staying dark here as well, trying to keep some initial pressure here. I'm also understanding that there's another DD that's going to spot iSaint, and this is kind of unfortunate here. So we got daring on daring action here, so they're both going to be able to spot them. San Juan's not really in a position to get his secondaries onto that other DD. However, the Prince Adalbert's secondaries were on iSaint as well as the Preußen shooting into him. So iSaint takes some damage there, which is just unfortunate. If that happens, yet alone, it sucks when it happens to a div mate, but you hope that there's at least a fair trade on the destroyer, and that was not the case. However, I do make the Prince Adalbert suffer there a little bit for hitting that div mate. Take some rounds from the Mecklenburg that I am then dodging. Looking on the mini map on the other side, Dab's still holding down this corner, doing work. I'm going to continue to put work into this Prince Adalbert again. Not that it's like overly a huge threat to me or anything, but it is a threat to my div mate there. So now we have a 1/4 HP Prince Adalbert. Angled then to the Ohio, just in time, only take a slight bit of damage from the Ohio. Look for the shots on the Preußen, knowing that probably San Juan should be able to finish off the Adalbert. However, might as well get that done a little bit quicker here. My Montana's still behind me. He's shooting into the Ohio. Then Montana has a pretty clutch kill there later on in the game. He picked up the kill on that Adalbert. That frees up San Juan and iSaint for the moment. However, there is the daring in front of iSaint, and I ping the middle of the map there, and Dab's aware of it, and there is a destroyer right there. This Mecklenburg has also beached. My front guns have not rotated around enough yet to get onto the destroyer there, and it would have been really nice to kind of help out with that while it was still lit. Dab's now kind of obviously putting in work on the Alaska like we just saw, and he is going to then proceed to move up and get some radar pressure into that destroyer as I ping the map. And Dab and I have played enough before where we've got some good synergy. He can kind of see where I'm moving around in the minimap, and I kind of understand what he's doing. So he knows to kind of keep this Christopher spotted here. And I get some shots towards the Christopher. I do get kind of French Desperdoed here a little bit. I'm already up to 112k damage, and I've picked up a buff. I'm moving down here now. San Juan with unfortunately, Isync went out there. San Juan is kind of isolated and by himself. And we're going to switch back over to Dab here after he killed the Alaska and has just spotted, or that destroyer over there has been spotted. So Dab is healing up here a little bit. And there's a new Mecklenburg that we had just saw earlier that was beached there. There's going to be a lot of that going on. Dab, you know, smartly utilizing his sub drops there. Not dropping, but utilizing it as a tool where he can then see over that island a little bit more effectively. Again, something a little bit more high level for those of you guys that are newer to the game. If you want to utilize that, if you don't have a spotter plane or a ship that has a spotter plane, and you want to be able to see over a mountain fairly easily, you can just do that. Hit the 4 button, not drop, and kind of take a little peek there, like Dab just did there. Dab spotted here, and I'm pushing down, kind of mirroring Dab a little bit behind him. And in a moment, Dab's got an angle to the Y, but Dab is going to radar, and radar into that Christopher. Dab is now double fired here, unfortunately. He's holding his DCP, wondering where the Christopher speeds are. There are the Christopher speeds, and is going to start working into the Christopher. I try my best to help out Dab here, and I do get a fairly sick shot here. You'll kind of see it. It's the World of Warships equivalent of a 360 no-scope. Even though it's just really slow, but it is still a thing. And we'll take a look at that right here. So, as Dab's pounding out that Christopher, I'm rotating over here trying to put some pressure on the Preußen so that San Juan can retreat. And then I kind of see the Christopher there, still looking to angle here. And yeah, hey, I've got rear guns too. There are my secondaries. And kind of time that out perfectly into the Christopher and get a little bit of chunk damage into the Christopher, helping out Dab. Back over to Dab here after I pick up that chunk damage into the Christopher. Dab is going to then be able to finish that Christopher there, picking up his 3rd kill of the game already. Dab's somewhat angled here, Balmon. However, Ohio, 457s. That overmatch though. For those of you guys that don't know, Des Moines armor can be overmatched by 457s, and you just kind of saw the epitome of that. That's at that range, it's not uncommon for an Ohio to do that. However, that is very, very unfortunate that that happened to Dab there. So Dab is now at about a quarter HP. In his arms race, we are getting some heal buffs, so he's going to kind of be nursing his wounds there, trying to heal back up here. I strategically pull an Otzer or an Austin Powers here, as I just picked up some shots there on that DD, and trying to stay somewhat angled to a Preußen. It's not really a thing that can happen. Burning my reload boost here, I want to get some damage into him. San Juan is in a position where his secondaries are working over the Ohio there, so I want to keep this Preußen off of San Juan's side, or at least make it so that Preußen is not going to give a free opportunity to push my div mate. Excuse me. And that's what we do there. Back up there, and now I'm going to move forward here again, continuing to look for shots on the Preußen, and we'll get some more here in a moment. And the next salvo was fairly cheeky. I liked it. That's a pretty good womp there into the Preußen as well. And yeah, we'll take a look here. There is a reload buff in front of me as well. Wasn't spotted for a moment. I'm almost reloaded, and say risk it for the biscuit and shoot. Luckily, he gets spotted for just a brief moment. I'm able to lock onto him, so we do get some more damage into him, as well as picking up this reload buff. Arms race as well here. So noticing that, you know, there's another destroyer here that has been spotted. I'm going to go help out with that. I've played with San Juan for 10 years now. I have confidence that he'll be able to hold this down while we can slow up this cap. In arms race, it's huge to help out with the caps or take the cap. The point disparity is so great if you end up losing that middle cap point in arms race that you want to make sure that you can take that and flip that over. Dab's getting shot at by this DD. I'm not sure that the DD expected me to be able to help Dab out here, and he probably thought he could just kill Dab for free there since Dab was only on 4k HP. However, I have HE loaded, and I am going to help out Dab. Dab has now radared the DD, and I've switched to HE, and I'm going to absolutely smash this destroyer, courtesy of Dab's radar. And pick up a fire there, realizing that's it for that DD. I'm rotating my guns. Dab picks up the kill on the DD, rotating my guns to look over on the Mecklenburg there. Our Montana on the opposite flank is working over that Preußen as well. Stan Juan's going to continue to push down, look for opportunities to help us with the Hawaii and the Mecklenburg and the Ohio. I've switched to HE now that the Mecklenburg is, as Mr. Desert Wolverine would say, presenting and giving me a wonderful juicy broadside. Game's really picking up here, neck and neck on points here. At one point we're going to be deadlocked on points for a minute. There's my Confederate 212k. We're coming up on the Captain perk here for speed with the amount of damage that I've tanked. Once I hit 2 million, I'm going to get a bit of a speed increase here. And that's going to happen here shortly, as well as picking up that Confederate. Ohio's continuing to try to work over everyone else here, doing mean things. He is low on HP. San Juan sees an opportunity to pick up that reload buff, and that's what he's going to do. And now we are going to switch over to Dab, so we get to see, shortly after I smash the Mecklenburg pretty good, Dab is going to be able to farm out the Mecklenburg to pick up his Kraken Unleashed. Absolute maniac. Let's go. From quarter HP to picking up a Kraken Unleashed. Hence why you never give up on a game. Dab staying safe and continuing to do work. Dab is, however, out of radar here at the moment. This Brennan makes a bold strategy, Conan. A very bold strategy. He's been chilling here right now. He's Gucci. By the way, San Juan did go down right before he got that reload boost. So it is that Montana versus the Preußen right now. And luckily for us, that Montana puts in work. Low HP Ohio. Dab's got a better angle to shoot at that Ohio. I'm now going to see what's happening here and realize that the Brennan moved up. So was in concealment. I am now going to move down, realizing that we're going to lose the Brennan, and I don't want to lose Dab right after, or myself, given the HP that I'm at. And this is a time, gotta have it, gotta risk it for the biscuit, gotta take, the chips, let them fall where they may, since that Brennan's out. Get some rounds there into the Ohio, kill the Ohio. I need to now switch over and focus into the Hawaii and do what I can with the Hawaii. As well as the Brennan torps are right there. I'm hemorrhaging HP because Hawaii is fair and balanced cruiser. Comrade, put a fire out. I am now beelining for this island. I want to put this island in between myself and the Hawaii. Dab realizes what's going on here, and that now I need Dab's help. So Dab also continues to pepper the Hawaii. I'm going to be able to get one more salvo into this Hawaii, and we'll switch over and take a look at this from Dab's angle, as I have just switched over and see my salvo land into the Hawaii. Dab's realizing what's going on. He's putting pressure onto this Hawaii. Hawaii's still pummeling me here. Our Montana's working over the Preußen. Montana kills the Preußen. Great shots there. There's my last shots onto the Hawaii. And it is all over for this Hawaii. Close game up until that point. Dab kills him. Fantastic game. Very, very well done by everyone on our team. Close game by both teams, honestly, which is a rarity, especially around the holiday time for World of Warships. There's Dab's E badge in the Des Moines, 188k there, 6 kills, 2 buffs picked up for Dab. Also an assist in destruction, 270 hits, 2 base defended ribbons, 11 fires. Awesome game there. That nets Dab an impressive 3.1k base experience. Let's go, Dab. What a Chad, what a guy. How does Dab get to this number here? Well, I mean, of course, look how he started the game, farming almost 90k damage onto that Valparaiso, which again, now if you guys watch this video, don't go there in a Valpar. Dab also picked up 92k spotting damage, in particular from his radar as well. He also tanked 800k in damage there. Awesome game, stellar textbook Des Moines gameplay. Here's my end results screen. Not too shabby myself. E badge, Confederate, Dreadnought, and a high cal 250 AK, 2 kills, 2 buffs picked up, 5 assistant in destruction, 5 defense ribbons, stuff and fires, in caps, stuff and things, all the things, all the stuff. Nets me 2.6, almost 2.7k base. Fantastic game from everyone. My div mates as well, San Juan, Saint. Um, Dab, this was a absolutely close game and a really fun game. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. My first kind of foray into doing some editing there, and yeah, catch y'all later.